Viewing your partner's success in the right way can be a particularly difficult thing within a relationship, especially if there's a huge disparity between the levels of success. Want to know how to handle your partner's success the right way? Stay tuned. Welcome to Just Living Life with BK and Noble.
Welcome to Just Living Life with BK and Noble.
Hello.
Thank you so much for the feedback on our first video. It was great for our first video, especially the likes, the comments, the compliments, and the engagement. It was really nice and encouraging.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Video is so different from doing audio because now you are exposing a lot more of yourself. You're making yourself a little more vulnerable than doing a podcast. But I really enjoyed it. It was fun to get all of that feedback.
I was just thinking over my research, I'm now in my final semester of my law degree, and I was just reflecting on how the past 4 years have been. So my mind took me back to orientation week in first year. I'm in a female residence, so we paired with a male residence. And the male residence that we paired with was a residence that houses students who are studying education. So it was guys who were studying education. So I remember on the Sunday of the orientation week, we had like a social bride thingy. So we went there and, we were just talking to some of the guys there, trying to make conversation. And then, so naturally they asked us, okay, so what are you guys studying? And it was me, I think it was me and two of my friends. So I was like, no, I'm studying law. The other was also like, I'm studying law. And then the other was like, I'm studying accounting. And then the guys were like, why are you guys studying such degrees? Like, why are you guys go studying such difficult degrees or prestigious degrees? I mean, you're gonna scare all the men away. No guy wants, a girl who does something like that. And cut the long story short, that conversation did not end well. But I was just thinking to myself that, what, I would expect such ideals and opinions to come from people from the generation before us, like old people, because that's how they used to say, okay. Or maybe not necessarily that it was traditional culture, but even the laws at that time were restricted in such a way that there were certain fields that could only be open to males and then others to females or women. So I'd expect that type of thinking would come from people like that, because that's how they've been preconditioned to think that there's such and such things for such and such people. But now here we're millennials, people my age, probably is some younger than me, and these are guys who are saying, why are you studying such degrees and you're a girl, you're gonna intimidate the men. And I'm thinking, in this day and age, we still have, people who think like that, young people who think like that, and yet here we are always making noise about empowering the girl child and everything. I was just thinking, how do you go about that in a relationship, Do you then just pray and hope that someone with a more prestigious thing will like you and ask you out? How do you balance that? So I just thought, no, let's talk about it. What do you think?
I certainly don't have a problem with it. I think the source of that is our traditional upbringing. You know how generally we're raised that boys should be the provider in the home, and that's what you should aspire for. You should be the sole breadwinner, kind of thing. And it's fine to have such aspirations, but if it causes you to then be uncomfortable with the success of your partner, then it's a big problem. I don't see why it should be a problem for your partner to also be successful, even if it means that success is greater than your success. It should be a celebration. It should be something that you celebrate because it's a plus for the two of you.
And I was just thinking that this is probably not a problem that's the same for everyone, because I'm just thinking about maybe it's our African culture that kind of, makes people think like that. Because I don't know if maybe it's just the movies, but I've seen, in the first world, the Western world, you have sometimes a couple where maybe the lady has a demanding job and the guy's job is not so demanding, it's flexible. So maybe that guy is the one who does pick up the kids from school, help them with their homework, put them into bed, because the girl's only going to come back from work at 7. And it seems to work well, and the society around doesn't think, you're weak. But if as an African man, you're now the one who's, taking kids to school, putting their lunch boxes, they'll probably say, usually see Diziwe, as in my home language, they would probably say Diziwe. Why is the man doing all these things that a woman is supposed to do? And so to me, that also says that as a woman, if you're going to make a career decision, bear it in mind that you need to be there to pick the lunch boxes of the,
But this thinking also ties in from what I usually say about the way that we raise our girls. I think we raise our girls wrong in that is in our African homes, a girl is raised for marriage.
Yeah.
Everything, you're groomed to be a good wife. Even when you mess up something, when you do something wrong, the way that your mother is going to correct you will be, what kind of a wife are you going to make? No man wants a woman who does this. So it's like, that's the prime goal for any girl child. If you're a girl child, once you achieve marriage, then you've made it in life. Everything else doesn't matter. And that's a problem because even if you are the most successful business person around, you've done well academically, everything else in your life balances up nicely. As long as you are not married, society here views you like you failed.
Yeah, you're missing something in your life.
You're missing something in your life. And that's a problem because there's so much more to life than getting married. Yes, it's something that adds to life. It's got its own value, but it shouldn't be the determinant of success.
The part that, yes, and of the part that you then...
That's why then you can go to a law student and say, but if you do law, you'll chase away the guys. And it's a scary thing to the girl because marriage is the prime goal in her life.
Yeah, I'm going to end up alone and lonely. So it's just things like that. So what is it? Okay, fine. They've brought us, culturally, this is the way that things are. But why do you think it is that even in the 2000s, is it ego or what is it that makes a guy unable to fathom that a woman could earn more than me and we still be okay? What is it?
I don't think I know exactly what it is, but the way I see it is if you chose the person right, and you guys form a solid partnership, a solid friendship, and ultimately her success is my success.
Okay.
If she's doing well, then I'm doing well. And I don't feel intimidated by her success because I view us as a team and everything for us works well together. So there's no intimidation that I get from that. But if I don't do that right, then I always need to kind of prove myself to the other person. And I always have to assert myself and all of that. And so if she does better than me professionally, then that is a problem for me for the sake of asserting myself. I can't do it that well anymore because now she's doing better than me. I have to work much harder in order to get ahead of her.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking right now that it can happen that you are both well matched, like in terms of career path and all that. I think we're well matched. I mean, I'm going to be a lawyer eventually. You are a civil engineer, so people generally look at us and say, "What can you tell us about?" Because you guys are lucky, because y'all both in this. But it can happen that being well matched as we are, an opportunity arises for me. And I have to relocate 1,000 miles away from where we are right now. You can bet on it that the questions that anyone would ask me if I said, "Oh, I got this opportunity and I'm moving to wherever," the question that people would ask me is BK okay with you moving? How does he feel about, you moving? You want to leave? Aren't you afraid that, is he really okay? So to me, this says that whatever.
Aren't you afraid of being lonely and
not even
alone all your life?
To say
you're letting go.
You're letting go of him. Like, he's not gonna wait around, And to me, that says. So essentially, you're saying whatever decision that I make, yes, as my partner, I'm going to consult him because that's why we're in it. But you're saying I would rather forego an opportunity to better myself because what if BK feels emasculated about it? And to me, that's just, I don't know.
Or you'd rather let go of your professional pursuit,
yes,
even if it's amazing, it's world changing, because it ruins your marriage prospects.
Yes,
which does make a lot of sense to me. I think for us, our unique situation is that I'm a sort of person who always enjoys learning new things. I don't mind changing careers if it means I'm going to learn something new and I'm going to enjoy it. So for me, moving to a new place is not a big problem. If she were to get a good opportunity, that means we're moving to the place where that opportunity has come up for her. It wouldn't be a problem for me because I don't mind getting there and finding a new job in my professional field. Or even if it means if I struggle getting another job and it means I have to learn some new skills, I love to learn. I don't mind going back to school and learning a new thing. If it means ultimately we are both going to be happier.
Happy, yeah.
You know, but for other people, and I know that she doesn't like school stuff as much as I do.
Let me correct that. I like school as much as it is necessary. And I do my best at it. But I'm unlike him. You know, he's the type of guy who will sit for hours on end watching tutorials about
some random stuff.
Thing. Like I said in our earlier video, if there are things that I don't understand in my law degree, he's more than willing to go and study that module, whatever, and come and teach it to me. I, on the other hand, I'm not a discovery type of a person. Like I said, I want to do law, and that's what I want to do. So I probably wouldn't be as open to. Now I have to go and study psychology because I have no interest in that.
But my point with all of this is that is our unique situation, right? I'm very willing to make those changes. I don't mind because I don't feel like it takes away anything from me. In fact, it adds because it creates a new opportunity to learn. It creates some excitement for me and that's fun. I enjoy it. But you may be in a situation where the two of you believe that you're supposed to go the direction of what the guy likes.
Yes, the head of the home.
The head of the home and all of that. And I don't necessarily see anything wrong with that. As long as it's based on the correct thing. It shouldn't be based on trying to massage somebody's ego and all of that. It should be based on the fact that that is what you guys believe in. As long as you're able to look at your unique situation and do what makes the most sense for the two of you then. If what makes the most sense is that we're going to follow the career path of the head of the home, even if it means that the wife is going to let go of an opportunity, then that's fine because it works for you.
Yes.
But just do what makes the most sense and don't nurture bad habits or bad characteristics within the relationship.
That's true. Even when I was thinking, I keep referring back to the origin of this whole thing. So that I was sitting there thinking, fine, we weren't together back then, like when this whole showdown went on with us and this exchange student. But I had always just believed that the right person for me would not be intimidated by me. You know, I didn't know that I would end up with an engineer.
An awesome guy.
I believe that the right person for you will not feel intimidated by your success. I believe that the right person for you will want you to be the best version of yourself you can be. The right person for you will want you to reach your fullest potential. I believe when you choose to get into a relationship with someone, it's because you want that person to enhance you, to make your life better, to, you know, make your future brighter. So the right person for you will want to celebrate your success, not to stifle your growth so that they feel better about themselves. So if you're in a type of relationship where maybe you are the problem, maybe you are the one who always feels that your partner must, you know, downplay their potential so that you always feel good about yourself. Or your partner always, you know, wants to stifle your growth and keep you in a little box just in case you break his ego. I personally think that there's a problem with that because I think a relationship is supposed to make your life sweeter and better. And ultimately, we all have a purpose in life. And I don't think anyone should have that much power to strip off your purpose just to make them feel good about themselves.
Because I guess it goes back to how you chose your person in the first place. Because you need to choose the person for who they are, not what they have, what they bring to the relationship, or all of that other stuff. But choose the person for who they are. It'll be easier for you even to make the vow to say, for better or worse, in sickness and health, in wealth and what they say in rich,
for richer for
for poor. Yeah. Because for you, what you want is to be with this person. So the circumstances, you can always work it out and find a way to make it within the circumstance, as long as you're with this person.
Yes.
And that allows you to be happier no matter what happens. Whether the girl makes a lot more money than you, or is a lot more successful, or is more senior positions than you, it doesn't matter, because ultimately this is your person and you're happier. Any success that she has is also your success, and any success that you have is her success. Ultimately, the two of you are happier.
And I think on that, sometimes we marry the idea of a person. I've just noticed that we've spoken a lot about the girl being the one who's kind of stifled. But sometimes, we marry the idea of how we find this person at this position in life, right? And we idealize that chances are you're gonna stay in this position, right? So maybe I'm just an employee, he likes me and everything, and in his vision for the future, I'm always gonna be a salesperson. But then if I wake up one day and I'm made manager, that shifts his whole frame, saying, no, this is not what I signed up for. I signed up for, a salesperson. I signed up for a regular employee who just goes to work, does their job, but now this person is now in management. And that shifts their worldview. And I was thinking also that sometimes we ladies also, we marry the idea of a manager, that, I'm marrying a manager. And if it should happen that the company must close down and he's back to zero, that now becomes a problem. This is not what I signed up for. I signed up for a manager. Now, how am I supposed to deal with the husband who doesn't have a job, So it goes back to saying marry the person. All those other things are nice and, they add flavor to the relationship. But if you marry the person, then it's easy to say, whatever happens, it's gonna be tough. Let's not pretend that if he woke up one day and doing a low employment, it's just gonna be roses. It's definitely gonna be tough, because you're gonna have to change a lot of things, lifestyle and everything. But to say, ultimately I chose this person because I felt they're the right one for me. So despite our current circumstances, we're gonna make it work.
Thank you for listening, guys. It's always nice to share with you, and we're learning. As we share with you, we learn. So if you have something to say, please leave a comment down in the comment section. Tell us what you think. We love to hear it when you tell us that we're doing so well, we inspire
that's
you,
nice to
and
hear.
it's really nice to hear, right?
But
we also love to hear your comments about the content of what we're talking about, just to get your opinions and views.
And for you to disagree, and we'll talk about it.
And we'll be right there in the comment section to say something, give our opinion, talk about it, discuss. And it forms ideas for the things that we can talk about in future.
Yeah. The videos are more informal and stuff, but we have a podcast. Some of you might know, others might not know. We do have a podcast where we do the more informative structure type of lessons. You can find us anywhere really. We post some of them here on YouTube, Patreon, SoundCloud, Spotify. Where else?
Just wherever you listen to podcasts, you're going to find
so
us. Just look for Just Living Life.
Yeah, so like, subscribe, share. We're also on Instagram, Just Living Life, on IG, Facebook, Just Living Life with BKNO, all that. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, review, all those nice things. And until next time,
Goodbye.
bye.